an after party tomorrow? Yeah!
Rest in peace to this young lady. Diddy done did it again. He made a pass at her and she was only 12 years old. Even though I think he was just joking, being funny, knowing good and well that this young lady was not about to be partying with him and Ashton Kutcher and all them grown people at them Diddy parties. But then again, with the allegations made about him, people are believing he may be the reason why she ended up on Skid Row. Rest in peace to her. Diddy already facing some hard jail time, but they're trying to put more time on it. It's like every other day they're taxing him with more criminal allegations that could possibly get him a couple of more years in jail, maybe 10 years. Maybe they don't never want to see him walk, because if he do, he got what it takes to sue every major news publication in the USA and all across the world. So many people defamed him. If he wanted to take it to court, he could come up on $1 billion the first day he get out of jail. But they're saying there's people that have an interest to keep him in jail for a mighty long time. So as far as him being able to get some justice for all of the crimes that have been committed against him, and I'm no Diddy supporter, I'm just saying they're talking like he may never see the light of day ever again.
All right, we are going to turn now to Shawn Combs' 2028 prison release. It's now moving up, and I've got our criminal defense attorney here, Bernarda Villalona, with me to break this all down. Bernarda, it is good to see you here. So people are searching. They want to know, when is his new release date?
Yeah, so the Can't Hold Me Down rapper is now expected to be released on February 23rd of 2028. So originally it was supposed to be in May of 2028, but he's been able to shave off time from his sentencing for various reasons.
You know, he was convicted of transporting people here to engage in prostitution. What reasons would justify an early release?
So in terms of what reasons justifies an early release, you got to think that it's the Bureau of Prisons that's making this determination. It's not the judge. So in terms of what factors are being considered are, number one, how much time has he already served? Remember, before being sentenced, he had already done about a year, so he gets credit for that time. Secondly, has he done any programs while he's been in custody? So it's reported that he's a part of the residential drug abuse program. If he successfully completes that program, he can have even up to 1 year shaved off his sentence. Thirdly, in terms of good time, good conduct credit, you get about 54 days from every year that you serve that can be shaved off if you behave while you're in custody. So just how his sentence can go down in terms of how much time that he can serve, it can also go up, because remember, there was a point in time where his sentence was actually raised, or time in jail was raised, about a month or 2 months, but since then it's been released. I wouldn't be surprised if we see before 2027 that his time goes down even further.
You know, there's a lot of search interest right now, Bernarda, into his net worth, because obviously rehabilitation will look very different for someone who isn't worth millions. So in his case, what could life after prison actually look like?
Well, once he's released, no matter how much more time he has to do in jail, he has to be supervised for 5 years, and that is part of his sentence. So he's going to be tested on a regular basis. He's going to have to report to probation, to the federal probation officer. He's going to have a probation officer that's going to have these random visits to his home. But most importantly is that toxicology, because they will be testing him on a regular basis, and he's going to have to continue being sober, because for him to have a positive urine can land him right back in jail.
All right, Bernarda Villalona, thank you so much. Appreciate having you here.
We're still waiting to see exactly what did he do to deserve this time that he's serving in jail. Is it because a bunch of grown people got together and got paid to do naughty things in America? He asked her if she was coming to the after party. There's kids that go to parties in the daytime, balloons, candy. We seen it at the Diddy parties. His kids been at them parties with their friends at the party. This young lady lost her life on Skid Row. Rest in peace to her, man. This is a tragic story, but somehow they're trying to make it about Diddy, because once upon a time, when she was a child, he asked her to come to a Diddy party back in the day when he was with Jennifer Lopez. Do y'all think Jennifer would have been with that? Did Jennifer Lopez ever go to Epstein Island? Was she on that type of time with Diddy? Because if she was, she need to be held accountable too. All the women he dated. Was Janet Jackson on that type of time? We remember seeing Mariah Carey with them bad boys back in the day. Was she going to them freak off parties with Diddy? It couldn't have just been him. I understand this young lady was struggling with addiction, but Diddy ain't put her on the pink cocaine. And if he did, they need to figure that out and let the public know exactly what happened. How old was she? All that type of stuff. It seemed like anybody that had an association with Diddy, even if they pass away, they gonna let Diddy overshadow whatever it was she was going through. This the perfect time to bring awareness to drugs or whatever the case is. People suffering from addiction. She went out bad, and it should have never been like that. A child star with that much talent, it's like they don't give about the kids. And for Diddy to be inviting her to a party at such a young age, he ain't give a fuck about her neither, man. They gonna figure out a way to tax more time on it because they bringing up stuff from the past the same way they did with Bill Cosby. They doing the same thing with Diddy.
Today, attorneys for disgraced music mogul Shawn Combs appeared before a federal appeals court arguing his prison sentence for prostitution-related convictions should be reduced. But the panel of judges appeared skeptical of his lawyer's argument that he was essentially punished for sex trafficking and racketeering, charges a jury rejected. Darla Miles is live in Lower Manhattan with the details. Darla.
Liz, this has all of the makings of a potentially precedent-setting case. Defense attorneys for Shawn Combs are asking this appeals court to separate the evidence from sex trafficking charges to the evidence from the transportation to engage in prostitution charges and reduce Shawn Combs' sentence. But prosecutors say it is all in the same bucket. They didn't cherry-pick evidence to the jury when they presented it. And so now this appeals court has to decide if there is a dividing line or not. A new courtroom, new judges, and tough questioning. Thursday morning, attorneys for Shawn Combs appealing his 4-year prison sentence, arguing a federal court judge used evidence for sex trafficking charges to give him a harsher sentence on transportation to engage in prostitution.
Multiple justices have questioned the constitutionality of acquitted conduct sentencing. McClinton made clear...
Well, actually, I'm going to jump in right there, and I appreciate that you're leading with all that.
Less than 1 minute into arguments, the panel of 3 appeals court judges challenging defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro, which at times felt like a grilling.
Do you believe that either the transportation of Ventura or Doe or the transport of the escorts could be the basis of the jury's conviction on 3 and 5?
I think it was that if you look at the charts, the focus is on the escorts for sure.
Well, I was looking at the closing arguments.
At the center of arguments, an April 2024 amendment in sentencing guidelines to exclude federally acquitted conduct from the scope of relevant conduct considered under sentencing guidelines.
There was a letter from the Judicial Conference Committee on Criminal Law warning them that this was a very ambiguous guideline and that they very much should provide more clarity. And they gave us one that says, don't worry, district judges are going to figure this out. And I don't know, maybe the district could figure it out. I'm having trouble as an appellate judge figuring it out.
Federal prosecutors defending the sentence, arguing that some evidence applies to all charges.
Judge Subramanian properly considered the aggravated manner in which the defendant carried out his Mann Act offenses, which is, of course, consistent.
You say aggravated manner. Let's talk about that. Why shouldn't we hold you to the way you prosecuted the case?
So the evidence of the hotel nights and the freak-offs related both to the sex trafficking and to the Mann Act charges. And that's how it was presented to the jury.
Now, there was no decision today, but the court acknowledged at the end of this 2.5-hour hearing, when both sides were only supposed to have 10 minutes to speak, he said this is an exceptionally difficult case and that this case, the decision in this case, will have an impact on all federal appeals court in the country. Reporting live in Lower Manhattan, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
There you have it, another Shawn Blazington exclusive. Whoosh. You can hear the fire running through your TV screen. If you on your phone, you might want to cut it off, put it on the charger, and come back because this video is hot. Diddy might be coming home soon. I've been saying that for a long time now, and I'm trying to let y'all know it's a possibility that it is going to be happening. And when he get home, Jay-Z not going to be able to look him in his face eye to eye like a man because Jay-Z done already crossed that line and disrespected that man. He didn't even look out for his kids. His daughters washing their hair in the sink. They shouldn't have to do stuff like that. Beyonce got Solange money. Salon got Solange money. Blue Ivy got Salon money. Jay-Z family got Salon money. Diddy kids washing their weaves in the sink. Got the water all brown. You would have thought they poured the coffee down the drain. That's how bad it looked. His sons still tricking off on them skeezers, but they tricking off with credit. When Diddy come home, he might have a bunch of IOU notes. People not trying to pay him what they owe. They gonna do him like Sexy Red did that producer. Rest in peace to Tay Keith. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it, man. I'm devastated. I'm heartbroken. I don't know how to feel about it, man. I would say free Diddy, but I don't want to get demonetized. Somebody fill me in. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man.